The purpose of this seventh lecture was to understand the deep nature of change. And I think we made some progress using fixed point. The last video, it's like the ultimate change to me, and I'll be very provoking in this video. It's about causality. Let's take an example. 6-7 years ago, there was what we call the deep financial crisis. And of course, when something like that happens, we want to understand why it happened. And some people came with answers, and I collect the answers. According to certain people, the financial crisis because of the subprimes. You know, those products were really junk bonds and sold to people who didn't understand exactly, etc. Junk bonds was the cause of, the subprimes was the cause of the financial crisis. For other people say, no. Financial crisis because the rating agencies didn't do the job. You know, the Moody and others, they had to assess the quality of the product. And so they were not good at assessing the product. This is the cause of the financial crisis. Okay. According to other people, this is the third answer, financial crisis because the bankruptcy of Lehman Brothers, this bank. And again, you can say, yes, indeed, there is like a causal chain of effects. Of course, this is so. But it's another answer. And you can go on and on. Some people say financial crisis because now some banks are speculating against countries, against Greece or Portugal or Italy. Didn't happen before. That's why crisis. I can at least propose a fifth answer. The financial crisis because banks are expected to offer 15% on their equity, 50%. No, a bank cannot offer 15%. If you want to really take 15% out of your equity in a bank, you have to take risk, and large risk. And this is another way to explain why the financial crisis. What's the outcome of this? If you have at least 5 different ways to explain why, who is right, who is wrong. And I'll be provoking. It doesn't matter. To me, the why is an old question, To answer the question why, to understand why things happen, is a very old mindset. I'm convinced today we should forget to spend time about the why. In the end, the real challenge is what are we going to do? I remember there was a meeting at the BCG with partners. It was 6-7 years ago. There was a debate in front of all the partners about why the financial crisis. And at a given time, the Chinese partner raised his hand and say, "You Western people, you're really funny. Still busy with the chicken and egg issue. Is the chicken the cause of the egg or the egg the cause of the chicken?" And he said, in China, we eat both. Of course, it was a joke. But we got the message. Maybe we are too much of Aristotle. It's a bit parallel with me, but sometimes you have to use Aristotle to distance from Aristotle because the world is changing. And probably on this particular point, we should forget Aristotle. Why? And it happens all the time. I was last week flying back to Brussels and the plane was late, so I heard from the I don't know who, the plane to Brussels is going to be delayed by 30 minutes due to late arrival of the aircraft. I said to myself, this is really nothing because it's exactly the same as to tell the plane is late because the plane is late. So where is the explanation? If I hear, okay, the plane is late because the pilot didn't find his key, or I don't know, there was some explanation. But we tend to give today fake or weak or useless explanation to the why question. So this is how I want to wrap up this lecture. It's provoking, but let's spend less time on the why things happened, and much more time on what are we going to do.